guys, welcome back to my vlogs. So he wants to play but I need to record, so I'm going to take like 5 minutes with you guys and then I'm going to play with him. Pablo, stay. Pablo? Okay, so I just got done with my chantings, the last day of my period. Good news for you all. You'll be seeing me practicing some yoga moves from tomorrow. But yeah, it is the last day of my period. I don't think I will be practicing any yoga today also. Maybe I will do like a few basic stretches because my body just feels very stiff from not moving for 5 days. But right now I think first I'm gonna go for a shower because I oiled my hair yesterday like I told you guys I would. I did myself a nice chumpy, and today I want to talk to you guys about something serious. I want to talk to you guys about childhood trauma from my life. Well, I've never seen someone this excited talking about childhood trauma, but I'm happy that I've come to a point where I can talk about it, being so excited and really not much affected by it. So yeah, this is something that came up in my meditation today. It is something that came up in my day yesterday, and like I told you in the beginning of my period really is a time for introspection, and the fact that this incident came up in my day, in my life, in my conversation during this time of the month maybe just meant that I needed to look into it a little more, deal with it a little more, and I feel a lot better about it now. I did feel better about it before also because I feel like I've dived into this one like so many times, but today I feel like I can just talk about it without like not talking about it. Yeah, so first I think I'm gonna take a shower because I oiled my hair yesterday and I really feel like taking a nice shower this morning now that I'm not practicing any yoga right now. So I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna write down my tasks for today in my notebook, which is a new practice that I've adopted from today. It's because for the last 3-4 days, as you guys know, uploading these vlogs is really taking a toll on my life. And I feel like I'm someone who tends to like hold everything inside my head. Like, okay, I trust my head and everything's gonna stay there. I'm not gonna forget that. That's gonna stay in my head. And the next thing I know, my head is blasting off. And yesterday was a day like that. My head was blasting off because I just had so much in my head and it was not like defined. So when you don't know things for sure, it is more confusing and it is more annoying. It's more like anxiety triggering, and takes up more space inside the head. If you define what it is, I feel like it doesn't so much. So today I'm going to take a shower, then I'm going to write down first. I'll write down my process for Premiere Pro, which is a new software that I learned 4 days ago. I started learning it last year also once. I picked it up, but I thought that's for professional editing. I don't need it right now. Never picked it up back again, and I picked it up again 4 days ago. Learned it for the first time, edited my first video. And 4 days later, I feel like I have a process, I have a few steps that I take in every video to finish my video. And I feel like if I write those steps down and then I divide them throughout the day, it'll be less hectic on me, on my head, and I won't be thinking all day that I don't have time and my video is still not done, because I'll know the status of how much my video is done. And I feel like that can be applied to literally anything, whatever work you're doing. Just structuring it, taking this advice from Nareen. This is not coming from me. I'm not a structure person, never have been. But you gotta do some things in life to grow. So making a structure with anything I feel really helps. How? By taking less space inside your head. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna write some other tasks that I have to do for the day. I have to collect my college degree also, which I haven't yet, but let's see if I get time today. So I'll take a shower and I'll see you guys after that. Okay, so I'm all ready. The geezer's been on for a while. I want to show you guys little new purchases that I've made. The shampoo for the times when I'm not able to make my shampoo because these days I'm not getting that much time. I'm really liking this, and this little face wash because you know how tanned I get in the sun. And it's really been a journey from like using very cosmetic products like Bare Minerals and things like that. And yes, they are nice high-end brands, and yeah, like they're supposed to be good, but I would rather go for something that is nice. I would rather go for something that is not as chemicaled. I don't think that my skin is so important that products that are used on it need to be tested on poor animals. I really don't think so. I feel like I have been made capable enough to take care of my own skin without testing it on animals. And I'm also very sure that nature, who made us beings from the 5 natural elements, we don't really require that many chemicals on and inside our bodies. So yeah, that was a mini rant on chemicals. Saying that I'm all good, but you choose your own poison. This is not my poison. So I'm done showering, wearing my new dress today because it's a friend's birthday and they're coming over in a while. And as you guys know, I love dressing up and I don't need a reason for it. Neither do you. So let me jump straight right into what I wanted to talk to you guys about, which was a little childhood trauma for today. And why I feel motivated to talk about this today is because why I feel motivated to talk about everything in my life. Well, you'll get to know in a minute, but I just need to find a good spot. Found me a spot, and it's obviously outside. My hair's gonna air dry itself, and that's a plus one. But as you can see, because I'm gonna talk about something not so comfortable, I'm talking about extra things that I don't need to talk about. And that is the human mind for you. So, as I told you guys, I was supposed to write my schedule for the day, but I did not do that. Instead, I came here to record this because I just could not wait, and I really wanted to share this with you guys. So, the thing that came up yesterday and the thing that I'm talking about, the childhood trauma that I'm talking about, is also something that I spoke about in my stories yesterday. So I've told you guys about how I've been a person who has always had the hardest time saying no. I have had the hardest time asserting myself, and I have always felt like I do not have a voice, or like my voice does not matter, or that it won't be heard. And if you look at it simply in a very plain way, if you look at a situation, you would say, okay, let me tell you the situation. So, as a child, I got molested by 3 different people on 3 different occasions at 3 different ages, and starting from a quite young age. And all of these 3 incidents, I observed one thing which was common was me and my tendency, my behavior of not being able to say no, even when I was uncomfortable, even when I was not liking the situation that I was in. And I felt helpless. I felt like I could not ask anyone for help because no one would understand me, and that also that if I tell someone that I will be blamed. And as a 5-year-old, to think that you will be blamed for getting molested is really just the result of the broken. And just like most people, I have blamed the society for it for a very long time. And I have blamed other people, and I have blamed like other things in my life for the longest time, for almost my entire life. But the truth is that blaming others and blaming the society just to like make ourselves feel little bit sense of comfort in a time of discomfort such as these is really not in the best interest of our growth, of our expansion. And if we really want to change our lives, blaming the society for it is not gonna help. I'm sorry for saying it like that, and I've said it before, but self-work and self-awareness, self-improvement, these things are brutal, and you have to be brutal with yourself because the truth is brutal. And whether or not we like to accept it, we do have a role to play in every situation of our lives. I'm not saying that you end up taking the blame for everything, because yes, I've been guilty of that as well. I have been guilty of taking the blame when something went wrong, even if it was not my fault at all, not even close, but just always like saving the day, taking the blame, giving help, and always trying to comfort other people around by putting myself through all of the discomfort that I can, because I feel like I can go through it, but I don't want other people to go through it. And as I was saying, taking responsibility of your life is what will actually help you change your life. Learning that you have a choice in every situation, as harsh as it sounds, but you do. And in those situations in my life, the choice that I had was that I could have spoken up. I could have told someone that I was going through all of this. I could have let a friend know. I could have let my parents know. But I was, I think, too smart for my own good, and I used to think that if I tell my parents that they're going to put restrictions on me instead, and that is actually a sad reality of the society we live in. No wonder I've blamed the society for so long. But when I did see that it is actually me and I am not being able to speak up for myself, to assert myself, and then I went back to where I actually learned that behavior. And maybe I learned it in a family environment where the parents have always made decisions for me. They've always done everything for me, and for no other reason other than that they care for me and that they love me and that they do not want to see me in situations like these. So that no one thought would lead to this. At least my poor parents did not think it would lead to me adopting such a behavior. But a child does not understand these things. A child really learns things on the face value of it. And when a child who is learning how to relate with this new world, which is literally everything is new for the child, from the steps that he's taking, to the food that he's eating, to the words that he's speaking, to the things that he's seeing every day, it's all new. And the first information that they gather about it is usually the information that they carry on with them. And as a child, for me, in order to survive peacefully, maybe I thought that if I just keep shut and allow others to make decisions for me, that will be in the best interest of my survival. Because survival instinct is the most basic instinct to any living being, including us human beings. And that is where that behavior came from. When I started recognizing it, I even went on to the extent of blaming my parents for it. But I've come around to the fact that even they and any person, I think, is always trying their best from their perspective to do in their lives. So it's really no one's fault, and putting the blame on someone is really not helping also. So what should be done? I saw my choice in that situation. I saw the voice that I was not using, and when I started realizing that, I saw a lot of other situations in my life where, because I was not being able to assert my voice, I was caught up in situations which were toxic for me, which were bad for me. And the moment, and this was last year, everything started like beginning of 2020. It was a good year for some of us, yes. And this all started last year when I started realizing these things and I started asserting my voice. And I will admit that it went from one extreme to the other also for a while, where I was not using my voice at all, to always being assertive and always saying no and being like extra assertive and extra rude and like extra argumentative, and that also happened. But I realized the moment I started being assertive, saying no to certain things, to certain people in my life, I saw that so many of the things that I thought were mine, that these are my friends, this is my thing, these are the things that are for me, they started falling out of my life. And of course, I'm a human being. I felt bad, and I felt very bad, and I thought, I'm just standing up for myself. Why is this happening to me? And then I realized that it was happening to me because I had not done that in a very long time, and that I was surrounding myself with people who were constantly making me feel like home. Like home, in the sense that they were making my decisions for me, and I was familiar with that sort of a headspace, with that sort of a behavior pattern in my life, and with that sort of a living lifestyle in my life. But when I started changing that and I changed my behavior, I saw my life change. I saw so many, which I know now, toxic people falling out of my life. I saw so many situations just turn around in my life. My relationship with my parents has improved drastically. Why? Because I'm being able to communicate myself better to them. And it is all because I realized that I was not using my voice. The reason why I have started this channel, these vlogs, my Instagram page and everything else, is because I wanted to assert this voice. I wanted this voice to go out so that other voices, if there are any in the world that still feel like they do not have the power to be assertive, that their voice is not important, that they see this and they realize that theirs is equally important. And seeing things like this on face value, you can say that the person could have said no, and they didn't do that, so they agreed to it. And that is sadly the reality of most cases in which things like this happen. But I'll give you a beautiful example for this one. This came up in my meditation today. It's like a caged bird that's been caged all its life. If you open the door for that bird, it's not going to know how to fly because it's never flown its entire life. I feel like that was the case with my voice and so many others. So many others. I know of so many people who DM me saying that I relate to you so much, how you're so emotional, or how you've always had problems saying no, you've been a people pleaser. I've had people tell me that. And that is why, and that is the reason that motivates me so much more every day. That is why I'm putting in the hard work every single day to get one of these videos out, so that these people realize, first of all, that they are understood. You are understood, and you are not alone in this. You're not alone like this. And sitting here, I am telling you that you have the power to change your life. You do, no one else but you. And changing your life doesn't always have to look like something fancy, like living in a mansion in a luxurious, like I don't know, space. No, it can also look like doing away with toxic relationships in our lives, doing away with toxic friendships in our lives, learning how to keep our headspace comfortable for ourselves, learning to deal with our anxiety, our emotions, and the stress that we take on every day. That also looks like changing our life. And that was it for my childhood trauma story for the day. And my point for recording this today was that you don't ever have to feel like your voice is not important, or that if you do say something that it will not be heard. If you ever get that thought in your head, just throw it out and say it anyways, because if someone will take it assertively or if someone will hear it or not, it's on them. Do not take their decision for them. Your decision is whether or not you choose to speak. So choose to speak always. And that is it for today's vlog. I'll see you guys tomorrow from my mat, and I'm going to go to my scheduling now. Bye bye.